Turning now to this, President Biden creating a commission to study reforms to the Supreme Court, including expanding it.
But even some Democrats are warning against altering the high court. So what does this mean for its future? Here with his take is Judicial Watch President Tom Fitton. Tom, good to see you this morning. Thanks for being here.
Good morning.
I want to play this soundbite here from former Democratic leader Harry Reid and get your take on the other side. Take a listen.
I think that the commission is going to come back and disappoint a lot of people, because I think they're going to come back and say we should just kind of leave it alone. I think that we better be very, very careful in saying that we need to expand the Supreme Court.
What does that say to you?
Well, Harry Reid is a longtime Washington hand. You know, he's far to the left of me, but he moderately, you know, he's a liberal. And you've got these liberals in the Democratic Party versus extremists in the Democratic Party. And extremists want to upend the Supreme Court by attacking its independence, by politicizing it, by adding Lord knows how many individuals to the court to get the case outcomes they desire. And so what Joe Biden's trying to do is walk this fine line between the Harry Reids of his party and the extremists. So he has this commission in place that probably will satisfy neither side, but the pressure is extreme from the left to blow up the Supreme Court. He's playing with fire by even discussing or allowing a commission to go forward that would upend our constitutional structure, that has a Supreme Court that is supposed to be objective and apply the law neutrally, as opposed to a radically politicized court. That if the court packing plan succeeds, the numbers will change each term, each time we get a new president, because one side will come in and say, well, we want our justices there now, too.
Yeah, that's so true. That's the big concern, that this thing could totally spiral out of control. But, you know, President Biden could support court packing all he wants, but it really takes an act of Congress to add Supreme Court justices. So that would really be an uphill battle, don't you think?
It might. This is where this war between the extremists in the Democratic Party versus liberals like Joe Manchin and Sistema in Arizona come into play. But the danger is Democrats have caved to extremists in the past on a lot of big issues, so who knows how it will turn out. Our Constitution's under attack with this commission. Let's be clear. You know, if you had a commission saying, let's blow up the Constitution, people would be nervous. When you're talking about packing the Supreme Court, you're talking about blowing up the Constitution.
Yeah. Let's shift gears here for a second and talk about Hunter Biden. I want to get your take on what he said. This was on April 4th about that laptop controversy.
The creepiest thing is that I have no clue what's real. The only thing I do know is that the intelligence community just came out with a report that said the entire thing is Russia's disinformation. And I to tell people, just give them my book. I mean, it's all right there. Well, no, I got nothing to hide.
Are we going to get to the bottom of this and never get the truth, do you think?
Well, not if the current Justice Department keeps on proceeding the way they've been proceeding, which is to protect Hunter Biden and also Joe Biden. We need a special counsel out of the Justice Department to investigate these allegations. You have Hunter Biden essentially admitting the laptop could be his, and then falsely saying that the intelligence community said the laptop scandal and all the Hunter Biden scandals are Russia disinformation. It's simply not the case. And Mr. Biden himself, Hunter Biden, needs to answer questions about his connections to Russia, frankly. And the American people can't trust the currently compromised Justice Department, meaning Attorney General Merrick Garland, who reports directly to Joe Biden, to get to the bottom of this. If it were Donald, well, literally, we do know what happened when it was Donald Trump. He had a special counsel appointed within a few minutes of his taking on the presidency. Here we've got an active investigation supposedly against Hunter Biden, and there's been no special counsel. That investigation is inherently compromised, in my view, at this point.
Well, and also important to note real quick, John Ratcliffe on Sunday Morning Futures yesterday said that the intelligence community knew that this was not Russian disinformation, and law enforcement knew that it was Hunter Biden's laptop, that there was an open investigation into that. So, Tom Fitton, we will see what happens. Thank you very much for joining us.
You're welcome.
Thanks, Tom.